Hello everyone, all my gorgeous souls here. So happy if you've made your way to this video today. I am always so honored everyone who chooses to come and share space with me here at Aeipathy. This channel primarily focuses on love-based energy with an emphasis, of course, on healing, high vibrational living, and then just, soul alignment, grounding concepts like expansion and growth. So it's a really great space for you if you're on a healing journey or just if you're on a spiritual path, and if you enjoy pick a card readings, of course. So today's reading is going to be one that I've only done once before, but I felt really guided to provide this to you today. So if you've made your way here again, it's clear that the collective needed this message, and there is likely a message for you within one of these piles. We're going to be taking a look at your person of interest and their current karmic situation. Now, this can be a person, but karma, or contrast, as I like to refer to it as, can also be situational and circumstantial. So it can be a job, it can be something going on in that person's inner healing and inward journey with their spirituality, their soul progression, if you will. It can be a family member, or any aspect of this person's physical 3D experience that is creating blockages or barriers, challenges of some kind to creating a harmonious, healthy union between you and this person. So I chose some darker decks today. I just feel like there's going to be a lot of heaviness that comes out. So prepare yourself and ready yourself. Ensure that you are open to receiving the messages that come through today. This type of reading can be triggering, and I am always very considerate and empathic when it comes to presenting messages. But at the same time, I provide very real readings. So ensure that you're prepared for that style before you tune in. And then when you've done so, you've decided that this is for you, let's go ahead and select a pile, shall we? Pile 1 is going to be all of these gorgeous black and gold vibes. We have the Wandering Star Tarot, and I'm calling this my turtle shell crystal. I still have no idea what it is, but it's just gorgeous. It's sourced from Peru, so it's just stunning, but as of yet unnamed, not exactly sure what it is. For pile 2, we have this gold-based deck, this wonderful NYC Tarot. I also did just do a deck review for this particular tarot. It is going to be found under my playlist, I believe, deck walkthroughs and tarot talkthroughs. At any rate, I do a whole separate section of this channel with deck intros, and so even though I've owned it for a while, I thought it was befitting, and I decided to do a deck review. So if you're interested in that one and choose that one today, you might want to navigate on over to that video, because there's also a mini pick a card featuring this tarot deck over there as well. That's going to be paired with this crazy lace agate tower, huge tower too, takes up the whole deck. And then pile 3 is going to be the Lucine Tarot Midnight City Edition, so the darker of the two. I own both versions, and wonderful independently created deck by Lisa Santine, I believe. And that is paired with, I'm calling it my caramel crystal. So these both are unnamed. I have owned them for a while. I purchase decks and crystals always by their aesthetic appeal. So with crystals especially, it's just how they look. And sometimes I'm a little slow to, know their names. If you happen to know what it is, please feel free to let me know. But if you're drawn to that pile, that's pile 3. Go ahead and take a second to reflect over whichever deck is drawing you in most, or whichever crystal calls to you most. And I will see you in a moment at your pile for your reading. Hey, pile 1, welcome to your reading. You were drawn to this tortoise shell crystal, this beautiful black and gold beauty that I love using, and the Wandering Star Tarot. So today we're going to be taking a look at your person's current karmic energy. Now, as I explained in the intro, this can be a person. It could be a third party in your person's field of awareness or their existence right now that they're engaging with, either energetically, they still have a tie to them, or they're simply just, processing, still healing from that person, or they could be involved in an actual relationship or active connection with that person. But karmic, or contrasting energy, as I like to refer to it as, can also be so many other things. It can be situational. It can be circumstantial. This can look like a person's family, a person's religious views, their job, perhaps, even their own inner work and healing that they're undergoing, their own spiritual journey. We're all on different paths, even if we're connected very deeply to somebody. We all have our own life to live and our own journey on our soul's progression here on earth. And, we're going to encounter contrast in karmic energies, which karma is not at all about punishment, as many would like to believe. Karma is about balancing, and it's about, honestly, the law of attraction. So whatever energy you're giving out into the world, you are going to attract back by your vibration. So we do all experience contrast at some level. Again, that's part of the human experience. And sometimes that can obviously impact us and affect us in our connections with others. So we're going to take a look at your person's current karmic circumstances today, see where they're sitting. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm feeling really fired up to do this reading, which is always a great sign. I think some really amazing insights are going to come through for you. We're, of course, going to start with the tarot, pull some oracle. I'll get some guidance as well later on in the reading. And we'll just see where things are going. Now, as I also stated, this can be a very triggering reading. We are looking at energies that could involve another individual that your person is connected to. So I'd like you to just ensure that you are open and receptive to whatever messages come through from Spirit today regarding your person and their current karmic energy surrounding them, whatever they're processing and dealing with. Let's have some empathy for that first and foremost. As much as we can, see things through the eyes of Source and understand that everybody, again, has their own soul path, their own soul journey, and their own lessons or opportunities for growth that they're going to experience. So ready yourself and get yourself into receiving mode by setting your intention that you, again, are open to the messages that come through and present today for your person. And once you've done that, go ahead also and select a sign, whatever, object, animal, name, number, tarot card even, whatever is of significance to you, that when it comes through the reading and perhaps in other areas of your life, you'll notice that when you ask for a sign, ask and it is always given. Source will sometimes, often, if you pay attention, present that same sign to you in other areas of your life as well. So it's just a way to anchor any messages that you come across and receive and affirm them as true for you. So select a sign if it calls to you to do so. You'll know what you need to ask for. Sometimes it even just pops into your head. My goodness, these cards today. That's often what happens to me is I'll be watching a reading and randomly I will get a certain, whatever it is, come through from Spirit telling you that that's what I need to watch for that day or in that video. So it's a great way to really stay connected to Spirit, your intuition, and of course to, again, affirm the messages as true. So pile one, we're going to go ahead and take a look first with the Wandering Star Tarot, of course. What is your person's current situation with their karmic energy? And we'll see what comes through. And then we'll pull a few other cards as well for you. So pile one's person. What is going on with their karmic situation? Well, we have the Queen of Wands here. I'll put her right there. We have the Magician. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Devil. And the Two of Wands. And just scoot that right over there. Clarifying these energies. Five of Wands. The Seven of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. The Ace of Wands. And the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting here. There's a lot coming through, and yet at the same time, nothing is coming through incredibly clearly. As I say that, the bottom underlying energy supporting the reading is the Sun. I think things are coming through very clearly for your person, though. Let's go ahead and pull some Healers of the Earth Oracle cards. We have Don't Forget Your Umbrella. Okay. So card 31 reduces to 4. and hands that heal. From the Queen of the Five Elements Oracle. I've also recently done a deck review on this independently created deck. I've owned it for a while, but it's just outstanding, and I thought, why not? It deserves a lot of love. I don't see it on many other channels, if at all. Mothering and Tsunami. We'll just set that, both of those right there. And I feel like I need a little bit more information, so we'll get some Moonology manifestation oracle cards as well. Let's situate those right there. Reveal what needs to be seen. Last quarter moon in Scorpio. Again, this person is having a lot of awareness, pile one. Coming into a lot of truth, it feels. One more. Yep. Full moon in Capricorn, take a reality check. So first and foremost, what's coming through to me strongly, pile one, is that your person is entering a period of clarity, of greater awareness and expansion in regards to their struggles, quite honestly, the things that they've been battling or that's been circling and sort of banging around in their head that they have yet to resolve. The sun energy was the underlier for the entire reading, and it supports the energy of, again, this idea of illumination and enlightenment, clarity, optimism, and awareness. It even says energy, light, life. It's a very positive indication that your person is on the way towards a healing, a deep healing of a lot of their current karmic cycles. I also love that this has the heart positioned in the center of her chest, obviously tied to the heart chakra. And I do think of a heart awakening or a heart opening. And this person is definitely, again, feeling and seeing things for what they really are, I believe. There's been a torrent or a flood of emotion I'm getting with this tsunami card. And they're, water indicated again. There's been a lot of upheaval for this person. We have don't forget your umbrella, and it says foresight, preparedness, and contingency plan. It's also a number 4, which reduces to, number 31, which reduces to 4. And that's the number of stability and groundedness in tarot and in numerology. So this person, again, is trying to stabilize their foundation. I do think that they're in a phase of self-discovery, self-love, and self-protection. They're nurturing their own inner child is what I'm getting with this mothering card coming through. In terms of what's happening in regards to their actual karmic situation, I'm seeing several things here. First of all, there's an energy very strongly coming through of deception, of them hiding a lot of their true feelings or their true motivations from whatever it is that they're dealing with. And I'm going to say that there probably is a third party involvement because we have this 3 of Cups energy coming out for us, as well as 2 queens in the spread. But again, I just think that what's happening for them is that there is a lot of shifting, a lot of changing. There's some decisions to be made with this 2 of Wands energy and Queen of Pentacles. So again, this person could be married. This person could be involved with another person. And they're in the process of, again, sort of developing, like it says, that contingency plan. The 7 of Swords can be that lie, cheat, steal card. However, it's also indicative of strategy, of planning and prioritizing and organizing. It's also a mentally aware card with all of these swords presenting. Swords are about mental clarity and acuity and all about our thought process. So it's about having those insights, those thoughts, sometimes of a devious nature, but here it just feels like strategy. Again, developing that plan, having that preparedness, again, seeing things for what they really are, but reveal what needs to be seen. Last quarter moon in Scorpio reminds me of the idea that this is something that, again, is being hidden or concealed, and revealing only what needs to be seen is sort of presenting a false front for the sake of, the good of the whole, perhaps. Again, if there's any type of third party or family type of dynamic, this person is needing to kind of keep things under their hat, under wraps at the moment. They're struggling with that greatly because as much as I asked about their karmic situation and I was hoping to get a little bit more detail on what's happening with that situation or that person, we have the Queen of Wands, which I do believe is indicative of an energy tied to you. So the Queen of Wands is the Queen of Spirit. She's the Queen of Fire. She's, passionate and lively and motivating. And I think that you bring this person great joy. They're struggling right now with themselves in regards to this energy of what they want to do with this, knowing, and they can't let it go now that it's been brought to the forefront again, now that they've had that clarity and that awareness, that heart awakening with that sun energy. They can't just turn the light back off. The light's been on, things have been illuminated and shown through, and they can't turn their back on it, but it's presenting with a lot of challenges for them that they're still in the process of working through, pile one. The Magician energy, once again, comes through for me and brings to mind the idea of concealment, of perhaps a little bit of deception. But again, it's more just needing to keep things underneath the surface and just make plans slowly and strategically without surveillance, if you will, without being found out by another. There's a big shift that's occurring, a divine shift with this Wheel of Fortune energy concerning this Three of Cups, which I do believe is a third party. But let me go ahead and see what's shifting with this specifically. That was going to be a part of the spread anyway, but it's already bringing it out. So let's see what's happening here. So the Chariot, yeah, this is divine movement forward, pile one. This is somebody who is, I'm hearing, moving beyond the fray, someplace where they've been situated for a very long time. Yep, they've been very invested in this energy, and they haven't been very inclined to move forward beyond it. I do think while there's been a lot of, again, difficulty, a torrent of emotion, a real flood, a surgence of really deep feelings and struggles and difficulty, there have been negative emotions that are coming through for me here. A lot of fear, a lot of just struggle to balance themselves emotionally. And there's been an unwillingness previously to really deal with that until recently. This shift, this divine shift that's occurring, again, clarified also with that chart. Oh my goodness. The Chariot energy. With that Chariot energy coming out, that is definitely somebody who is on the divine path. They're in the right direction. They're facing true north, and they're starting to take things to the next level and get that momentum moving. The wheels are turning for this person is what I'm getting, pile one. We have the Devil as well, which is about, desire and passion and attraction, but it also has obsession and attachment. And it's clarified by the Ace of Wands. And again, I think it's just a very strong tie back to how this person has so many hidden desires and feelings and attraction and truly a deep need and desire to move forward beyond their current circumstances and move into a different energy. But again, they're only revealing what needs to be seen right now, and they're keeping the rest under wraps. And what I think is happening, along with this take a reality check with the full moon in Capricorn, again, this awareness and this clarity and this deep sense of revelation that's coming through for them, is also healing. Hands that heal, healing ability, magic touch, and hands on. It's a card number 8. So again, relating back to this strength energy, this inner resolve. It doesn't appear as perhaps maybe a lot of movement or momentum is occurring with this person. It very much could appear that underneath it all, there's not much. You can't tell, you can't discern. This person isn't going to be an open book right now. Again, they have a lot that they're keeping under wraps. And yet what we're seeing that's happening beneath the surface is a lot of divine shifting and changing and healing so that they can move beyond and transcend these circumstances that are holding them back from the things that they want to pursue. Again, there's just like a laser focus and they really can't focus on much else is what I'm getting. But I want to get more information. Pile one's person, what is going on with this third party? What's happening with this third party? We have the Nine of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Four of Swords. So your person is, fulfilling obligations and duties is what I'm getting. They're certainly, still engaged in an active connection with another individual, but they're very self-focused at the same time. So as much as we see this King of Pentacles energy, which is this reliable, it says generous, visionary, It's an energy of somebody who is often, that's the husband card, that's the provider, the protector, the father figure. This is a very reliable and sincere energy of somebody who has a desire to be a caretaker, to, again, provide and safeguard others. And so as much as they step into that role and do what they need to do, I'm almost hearing they do it blindly on autopilot. They're not making any decisions. They're not moving anything forward. They're really taking a rest before some big, again, momentum and shifts are occurring. But right now it's all cerebral. It's all occurring in the mind. It's a lot of planning, a lot of sorting through things independently. It's a very independently focused energy with this person. This Nine of Cups is about self-serving, seeking their own desires, being in their own energy of daydreaming and of idealism, of just, again, being very self-focused, very concerned with their own individual pursuits, and yet showing up. Again, this is where I think that magician energy is coming in for me with this King of Pentacles. They're not presenting completely authentically. They're having to hide or conceal, again, conceal a lot of what's really truly going on beneath the surface. What's going on the surface is this person's showing up very much the same as they always would. So they're being the husband, they're being the father, they're being the provider, they're going to work every day, they're attending to the household chores, they're engaging in a relationship, they're caring for children or family members, and they're being that responsible, stable figure and grounded presence in this dynamic, in this situation. And at the same time, there's so much daydreaming going on. There's so much planning. Again, there's so much going on beneath the surface that we're not yet able to see. I want to get an idea for what this person is feeling emotionally. Where are they sitting emotionally with regard to their karmic energy, that karmic person? We have the Four of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and we have the Six of Pentacles with the Ten of Swords. So you'll be happy to know, pile one, that what's going on in this situation emotionally is pretty much nothing. Your person is checked out. They haven't been invested in this particular individual in an emotional or romantic sense for quite a long time. And what I'm actually getting is that the relationship is essentially dead from their end. They no longer have a desire to show up in a loving, committed, caring way. Again, beyond that practical energy of the King of Pentacles. But in terms of romance and love of a deeper level, that appears to be no longer active in the connection. And yet they're having a lot of difficulty with moving beyond this energy with this person. As much as they're sort of stuck and staying where they're situated, and they're not taking action, and they're at the same time also rejecting this energy of this connection where they still reside. They do have a lot of love here. This is a very confused energy. We also did have the Two of Swords coming out just before this. This person is very conflicted, because I do think there is love here. It does feel more of a familial type of love. So a love of, of a platonic nature, or family love of somebody who, is just very innocent and naive, and again, not incredibly romantic. They have desires very strongly to move on to someone else. Their cup of love is for someone else at this point, and again, I believe that other energy would be you. And yet they're not taking action at this time. They're not able to step forward. As you can see here in this Four of Cups energy, this cup, this new cup that's being presented, coming along inside with that Fool card energy, is something being offered to them, and yet they're refusing to take it, even though it's shiny and new and bright and presents so much potential. It's their wish fulfillment. Again, it's also coming up over, this beautiful Nine of Cups energy of optimism, happiness, joy, dreams, again, wish fulfillment. This is their wish come true, and yet they can't act. They're unable to. So what's holding them back? Let's take a look and see what's holding them back from coming forward to you. It's good to know that the love is there and that things are not in a good place with their person, but what's holding them back from reaching out and engaging in a connection with pile one? We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Tower, the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Wands. So this person's very concerned about the upheaval that this will cause if they choose to step away. They do have a family situation in place. There's an established foundation, and these other appealing options that they have, these desires, these strong inclinations, again, that they're attracted towards going towards something new. It would present a lot of upheaval in their life, and it's not something that they're prepared to take on at this time. This person at the same time is also, again, very self-focused. They're in self-preservation mode. We have the Nine of Pentacles presenting as well as the Nine of Wands. And this is an energy of somebody who is very hesitant to act. And they're very concerned about their own perception, the view of others upon them. This is an energy of practicality, but having stability and firm foundations individually speaking, and also your reputation and how you're viewed. And this person's very concerned about how others will view them if they choose to step away. Again, I'm just hearing there's going to be so much that comes crashing to the ground if they choose to act on their feelings. And right now they feel very selfish for doing that. So they engage in daydreaming. They engage in simply, just holding back, self-sacrificing, not choosing happiness. This is someone who's a strong people pleaser, and they have a desire to always keep everyone else happy. These cards are flying out today, guys, all over the floor several times. So let's take a look at what's shifting. If anything is shifting in regards to your person and their current karmic situation, we want to get all the details on what could be shifting for them. Let's get lots of oracle cards for you. So first, we have the Two of Cups. What's shifting for pile one's person in their karmic situation? We have the Lovers. How beautiful is this? And we have the Three of Swords. Death. And the Page of Wands. Clarifying. We have the Ace of Pentacles. This is beautiful. The Knight of Pentacles. The Hierophant. Death. This is outstanding. These are gorgeous energies for you, pile one. Very exciting. And Justice. Healers of the Earth Oracle. Tea of Transformation. Beautiful. Healing, remedy, and positive change. And that's absolutely indicated here. And the Cabal. Schemes, conspiracies, intelligentsia. Again, that's that person strategizing. So no worries there. From the Moonology Manifestation Oracle deck. Full quarter moon in Cancer. Push through any insecurity. And first quarter moon in Scorpio. Release your blocks. This is beautiful. This is absolutely stunning energy, pile one. So your person is wanting to move beyond, this difficult energy that they're currently sitting in. And also, more importantly, this period of stagnation where they're taking no action. This person, historically has been very hesitant to act. Again, they're so concerned about their perception, the view of others, and how they'll see them if they take these steps. And they choose themselves. And they're also just feeling very disempowered currently because they don't want to hurt anyone. And again, we can see central to this spread, Three of Swords energy clarified by the Hierophant. They are going to make a decision in your favor, pile one, but they know that's going to hurt someone else. And so I think that a lot of this healing, this Tea of Transformation, remedy, positive change, as much as it's going to be a positive change for this person in their life and thus you as well, they do also recognize and have a little bit of a bittersweet sensation because they know that, in order to choose you, to change and shift into what they desire for life and to pursue who they'd like to pursue, again, making a decision or a choice with the Lovers here, as slow as it may be, as much as they may need to build themselves up to do it, I do see that they're going to make that choice, that decision. They're going to decide to make this transformational change with this death energy, but at the same time, they recognize how deeply painful that will be for someone else. And yet they cannot stop themselves from pursuing this and pushing forward. We have the Mother Star card, which is card Yes in this deck. It's a unique card to this deck only, by the creator. There's a yes and there's a no. And the Mother Star card I'm actually going to read for you from the book, because I think it's just so incredible, and it's very, every time it's ever come up, it's extremely relevant, and no better words to describe it than the artist and the author, creator themselves. So let's go ahead and read that again, keeping in mind that it's clarifying this death card energy of transformation and change. And there's big changes indicated here. T of transformation, positive change coming, remedy. So problem solving. Again, they're really in this phase right now, pile one. We even have the Cabal, which has intelligentsia. And again, it's that idea of strategizing and perhaps making your moves or planning out your moves and not allowing your opponent to know, not allowing anyone else to become aware of your plans. So as much as, again, this is a slow moving energy with the Knight of Pentacles, this person is making that choice. They're going to be coming forward and having a new beginning with you with that Two of Cups and this Ace of Pentacles, this beautiful brand new beginning in love with you. So with this transformation, this death card energy, which is just incredible, the Mother Star card, which is again going to be called card Yes in this deck, it says, the path that has led you to where you are today has been full of twists and turns. There may have been times when you doubted yourself and lost faith in your guides. The Mother Star's appearance means you are coming to a place now where you can look back and see that every setback served a purpose and every failure taught you a much needed lesson. The strength, courage, and character you've gained along the way have made you into a unique and resilient person. It's time to step up and embody your full potential. The Mother Star holds a cup and a sword. She wears a pentacle around her neck and is flanked by wands. Her journey and soul exploration connect her in a balanced way to each suit of the minor arcana, and if she appears in a reading where you have a specific yes or no question, she represents a resounding yes. Her guide, the gentle three-eyed winged tiger, is also here to offer you assistance, vision, and strength as you embark on this new chapter of transformation. So how incredible, again, two strong indicators of transformation, of change, of new beginnings, of saying yes, and again, having that passion, that desire with this Page of Wands to actually pursue it and to move forward. With Justice coming out, it's creating an equilibrium, an inner balance, and alignment with their truth of what they truly want to do and how they want to live. Again, in the very beginning of the spread, what we got out for them with their current karmic energy was the Magician and the Seven of Swords. That's living a lie. And this is now this person finally deciding to step into truth and pursue that truth. And the Sun energy, of course, is also an embodiment of truth. It's things coming to light, things being shed. And here we have flames. Again, this person being fired up and ready to take action and to come forward to you. And at the same time, pile one, we do have overthinking. Again, this person is very much in a state of strategy, of planning, of organizing, but they also tend to get caught up in their head, in their own head. And because of this, they sometimes will overthink and catastrophize and develop a lot of additional fear. They need to push through any insecurity this first quarter moon in Cancer. And if they do that, they'll be able to release their blocks, which is also indicated here. They'll be taking steps to finally face their fear and to come forward, to have that strength to push beyond the limitations that they've set forth in their own mind, to be able to take steps towards you. So exciting, pile one. Let's go ahead and get some guidance for you on how you can best move through these energies. I know that this is difficult for you. And if you've hung with me throughout this reading, I so appreciate it, because this is a difficult one. As again, I said, this could be very triggering for some. We're talking about your person in connection to another individual. So I know that that's not always the easiest to hear. But let's get you some guidance, pile one. What can you do to best support yourself and this connection? So new moon in Aquarius, open up to change. First quarter moon in Pisces, honor your feelings. And new moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. So lots of watery energy. I even think of Aquarius as a watery-like element, even though it's air. Open up to change, new moon in Aquarius. So this is you also stepping into power, pile one. There's mirrored energy here, of course, with your person. So while they're facing fear and they're gaining and gathering up the strength to pursue new avenues within their life, so too must you do the same in order for you to be able to align with this energy, with this person. And again, knowing too that the divine energy, the divine feminine energy in a connection often goes first. And I'm sure most of you that are watching are going to identify with that core energy. The divine feminine goes first. The divine feminine leads the connection energetically, while the divine masculine is the leader and the yang, you know, the sun, the solar power, that nice, beautiful energy of momentum and movement. And then the yin or feminine energy is that of receptivity. When it comes to the spirit realm, the feminine energy does lead the way with her intuition, with her guidance, with her power, spiritually speaking. So again, you know, pile one, keep yourself up open to change as well. Pursue new avenues and new opportunities in your life. If there's any decisions you're needing to make that you're hesitating or, you know, delaying taking action on, you need to start pursuing those, you know, challenges and changes first before you can align with this person. But know that, you know, as you work on your independent projects and you know, your own life, this person will be able to align with you at a later time. You will be able to merge paths once again and meet up farther along on the journey. We have honor your feelings and attune to the divine with this full moon and new moon, first quarter moon and then new moon in Pisces. So tuning into the divine, again, this is aligning with source. This is trusting and having faith in the universe. This is a huge issue for you, pile one. You have to trust that everything is always as it needs to be. Everything is taking place and unfolding in divine time, and that really this is where your person needs to be right now. And this is the energy that they need to be working through and resolving once and for all before they can make their way to you. In the meantime, honor your own feelings. It's okay to feel upset about this. It's okay to feel frustrated or discontent or have moments of uncertainty or, again, fear. But it's just important to process through those, again, trusting in the higher power and opening yourself up to not only change, but to be in the flow, to be in receiving mode to whatever is going to present for you, pile one, because there's big things headed for you, both personally and in connection to this person farther down your journey. So make sure that you're ready for those things. I hope so much, pile one, that you've enjoyed this reading and that it's helped you. If you have enjoyed and it's resonated, I would love for you to consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Also click that notification bell. If you do not select to be notified, you will not receive any updates when I post, and I wouldn't want you to miss any of my content. Right now I'm posting several times a week, as frequently as I can, and I would love to see you and connect with you in a future reading. Until next time, pile one, I hope you take great care. Bye-bye. Hi, pile two. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to this crazy lace agate tower, this beautiful, gorgeous, huge tower, and the New York City or NYC Tarot. This is a lovely independently created deck by Magical Michelle, and I recently just did a full deck review for this particular tarot deck. It is really great, very kitschy. I love that it's so like city focused. You know, I have another tarot deck as well that I use often, and you may have seen it on many readers' channels, which is called the Midnight City Tarot. And that is a New York City based tarot as well, but it's a very different vibe to it. This one is just very traditional to like the city feel. The creator, I believe, is from Queens, and it's just phenomenal. Very, very different. And I love the city. I'm very drawn to it. So if you also enjoy that area, the city, are drawn to this tarot deck, I invite you to also go check out that deck review that I just did. I believe that was uploaded the video just before this one. So in there, I also do a mini pick a card featuring the deck. And if you were drawn to this pile today, you may have another message waiting for you there as well. So pile two, today we are going to be taking a look at your person's karmic energy. I also refer to this as contrast because I do not like or prescribe to the belief that karma is punishment. The universe doesn't punish us, but it does give us back what we attract, what we're putting out there into the world. So we're all going to naturally attract contrast or karma at some level. There are opportunities for expansion and growth. And this is just going to be a look that we're taking into your person's individual circumstances of karma right now, whatever they're processing and working through on their individual soul path and their soul journey. So it could be a person, But it could also be situational or circumstantial. So it could be a person's job or their family obligations, their religious factors, anything that just holds a person back from achieving their true desires, you know, which for everyone usually is a very healthy, aligned connection or relationship with another person. So we're going to take a look at what's struggling, what's currently happening, and what's presenting as a struggle for your person. And before we begin, I just want to put the disclaimer out there that this is a triggering reading, and there is a trigger warning associated with it. We are talking about, again, karma. So this could be another person that is connected to your person of interest. And it's important to set your intention that you're in receiving mode and you're open to spirit, whatever messages they want to present and bring through today for you regarding your person. I wouldn't advise watching the reading unless you're ready to hear the honest messages that want to come through. So once you've decided that you are ready and open to hearing whatever you need to be receiving, I also invite you to select a sign if that calls to you. So this is going to be a person, a name, a number, a tarot card, anything of significance for you that helps to affirm the messages that you receive today, that you can take them in as true for you. So select your sign, and you may also notice then that that sign shows up in other areas of your life as well. That's the way Source works. I love it. Ask and it is always given. So if you ask for signs and indicators from the spirit realm, they always deliver. So we're going to start pile 2 with the tarot, of course, this beautiful NYC Tarot. We'll go ahead and get oracle cards as well. We'll pull guidance for you at the end. And we'll just see what's going on with your person and their current karmic situation. Pile 2, what's currently happening for them with their person's karmic situation and what's taking place for them. Well, we have the 10 of Wands here coming out first. We have the Knight of Wands, the King of Cups, the Sun, and clarifying these energies, we have the Moon, the Page of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. Underlying energy that is supporting this overall reading is going to be the Ace of Swords for you today. From the Healers of the Earth Oracle deck, pull a few cards for that as well. What is happening in this pile 2's person's karmic situation? Safe in your bubble, safe from harm, protected and sheltered. And we have cleansing, purification, detoxification, and release. Interesting. Very interesting. Already similar energy coming out to pile 1. From the Moonology Manifestation deck. Full Moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. And last quarter moon in Virgo, attend to the details. This person's very nervous. Pile 2, very nervous about something. Feeling that energy strongly. And last but not least, from the Queen of the 5 Elements Oracle, another lovely independently created deck. I also just did a recent deck review for this oracle as well. We have Nourish and Unfurling. Okay. Pile 2. What is happening for pile 2? Okay, so first of all, pile 2, your person again is in a very nervous, sort of frenetic energy. It feels very anxious, but very clouded also by external circumstances. So I'm seeing a lot of references to work and career here coming through. And I do think with this Eight of Pentacles presenting, clarifying the sun energy, this is about your person maintaining or achieving material stability, material balance in their physical world. So they may actually be struggling financially, or they may be struggling with work, with career, with this is a self-worthiness energy that's also coming through for me. So somebody who doesn't feel deserving or as empowered at their best self in order to be in a connection or in a relationship. With the 10 of Wands here, which is about challenges and obstacles or struggles clarified by the moon, again, there's a lot of energy here that could be presenting as mental illness or other obstacles or challenges that are involving sort of mental cloudiness and confusion. This person is struggling at a deep level, and I don't think they've even necessarily been completely honest with you about the extent of what they're needing to, resolve. At the same time, this person is very drawn to you. We have the Knight of Wands energy here, which is coming out, clarifying the Page of Cups. This is a very innocent love to me. This is someone who isn't well-versed in relationships. I would be surprised if they've ever had a successful long-term relationship. By successful, I mean healthy, balanced, not toxic. So they could have been involved with somebody for many years, or they could have had a relationship with somebody, but it went south very quickly or very poorly, in a very deep and damaging way. And so they don't really have a good representation of love overall. It does also look like just a barrier or an issue regarding their perception of what's actually possible when it comes to love. And I think that's where this Ace of Swords energy is presenting. The idea of clarity and awareness and truth. I don't think they have full clarity on the potential of what a truly healthy, aligned love can look like. At the same time, they have big feelings. They're a very deep person. They're a deep thinker. They're someone who's very emotive. They have very deep emotions, and they have a desire down deep, very deep, to be a committed person, to be that stable, grounded figure, to be that husband, that father, that strong provider, protector energy of this King of Pentacles with this King of Cups. This is someone who wants to achieve greater sense of balance in their life. It's just something that they're personally currently struggling with. And right now it seems as though that they are needing to take more time for themselves to cleanse and to release and to stay safe, to nourish. We have this nourish card here, this protecting energy, but again, it's protection of self. Unfurling coming in with that again is this idea that this person wants to develop into this really stable, grounded, beautiful, loving energy for a partner. They want to be that, that worthy partner and counterpart for you in this connection. But there's a lot of work that they need to do to achieve that. First and foremost, they need to allow their fears to dissolve. So they're sitting in a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of rumination about everything that could go wrong, everything that has gone wrong for them in the past. And they're just, again, not in the space or the place of mind in order to be able to pursue this love at the most authentic, easygoing level. They're not flowing with the divine connection or the divine plan right now. They're very much resisting. Again, they're in this overthinking energy. This last quarter moon in Virgo, attend to the details. Virgos are often very anxious individuals. They can be perfectionists. They tend to overthink, overanalyze. They're very they have that natural nervous energy to them. And so I think that's where your person is currently sitting. They're very nervous. They're very concerned about the potential. They're also worried about losing you. That's coming through very strongly for me. But at the same time, again, we have this unfurling energy, and we have it here with this cleansing, purification, detoxification, and releasing card. It's a card 50, which reduces to number 5, which is all about change. And then also we have here this card 58, which reduces to 13 or 4, which is about staying safe, which is about having groundedness and stability. 4s in tarot are all about firm foundations, and it says safe in your bubble, safe from harm, protected, and sheltered. So I think this is a dual meaning here. First of all, they're protecting self. They're in that self-preservation mode. That's the similar energy that I picked up to pile 1. Very different circumstances, however. This is a very lone wolf, independent energy, but they are cleansing and releasing. They are letting go of a lot of this anxiety. It's slow to progress, and they're, again, needing to have a lot of alone time in order to process. Again, that could also be this moon energy. This is, again, taking time away, concealing things, not revealing, not being the most authentic in what they're currently dealing with. A lot of their fears they don't choose to relay or to share. There is a lot more truth that needs to be revealed in this connection. But the one thing you do need to know, pile 2, is that they are in the process of growing, evolving, and expanding as a result of this connection and in their own spiritual path. So it's just taking some time. But this person is coming to a place, where they're feeling more, safe. Again, they're learning how to feel safe in a loving connection as well. They're learning to detoxify and purify from previous experiences that are holding them back. And in the meantime, I'm also getting very much that this is protection for you. You don't want to be having a ringside seat and be privy to all of this messiness that this person would be bringing to the table otherwise. And I very much think that's how that person feels as well, is that by disconnecting and kind of hanging back, they're protecting you and keeping you safe and secure and sort of out of harm's way. And I don't mean to sound so daunting and ominous, because I don't think this person is truly dangerous. But at the same time, for some of you that could be relevant. But for most of you, it just feels like this is a very benign energy of somebody who is struggling and doesn't want to involve you in the messiness that is healing. So let's see what else. What other information can we get through for pile 2, please? What information do we need for pile 2 with their person regarding their karma? We have the Tower, the 5 of Cups, and the Chariot, and the 2 of Pentacles. So this person is still attempting to regain stability, again, following a very difficult or challenging experience that they've had in the past. It's been very disappointing. It's brought them a lot of pain, a lot of anguish and grief, and they're still in the process of, again, moving forward and restabilizing, rebalancing from that. The momentum is there. The desire is there to want to move forward with this Chariot energy, and they are, heeding the divine call to move beyond that and to grow beyond those circumstances, those limiting beliefs, those painful memories, but they're just not quite there yet, pile 2. They're needing to have a good amount of time, to process and work through everything. And I feel like this is a good representation of where your person sits on any given day. There's some days where it's very sunny and bright for them. And even if it doesn't ever actually present out to you and is aware to you in the physical experience, again, I'm seeing here with these pentacles, these huge glasses on her face is almost like, again, that idea of concealment and of withdrawal and not showing and being authentic of what's really going on beneath the surface. So some days you may not notice it as much, or it may be very subtle, but this person's in a very sunny, bright, optimistic energy, and other days they're, in a dark night of the soul. They're feeling very disempowered, very sad, very lonely, very despondent. You may not hear from them. They may be unwilling to engage or not wanting to have closeness. And I'm hearing there's just a lot of sadness. What are they so sad about? What is pile 2's person so sad about? What are they processing through? Knight of Cups. The 9 of Pentacles. 2 of Swords. And Judgment. This person's having a lot of realizations about self, how they've done things in the past. Their worthiness has been called into question because of how they've been treated in the past, because of how they've acted in the past. It's some things I'm hearing that they don't want to face necessarily, and they're being called to. That's something that's coming into their experience currently through spirit, is they're receiving a lot of possibly intrusive thoughts, but it's mostly just downloads. It's spiritual downloading of, revisiting of memories. They're being called to do that for some reason. There's really a strong sense here that they're reflecting and doing a sort of life review on past relationships specifically. And again, how they've responded and acted in those situations, and how essentially what I'm getting is like a false narrative. So how they may have viewed that situation at that time, or how they may have acted in that situation, or viewed things to be a certain way, and then presenting and seeing things unfold differently, now reflecting back from a higher perspective and really seeing things for what they really are. Again, getting to the truth of the matter and seeing situations and becoming aware of them, gaining that clarity that they otherwise did not have. And that's very painful as well. It's like you go through the initial traumatizing event. We had the Tower come out. So again, this is like something very shocking, a big upheaval, a big area that could be, considered to be very painful and disruptive to life. And then, moving beyond that and starting to heal and undergo the process of resolving that painful energy. But then it's like, as you get called to review it again, so you can finally release it from this higher viewpoint, from this higher, more expanded state of being, you still do, then re-encounter and sort of rehash that really painful energy again one final time as you're releasing it, if this person chooses to follow through with that process. And I do think they are, but it's just very difficult for them to face the truth of the reality of the situation, and to also see how situations before didn't serve them, how they really didn't do themselves a lot of justice in those situations they put themselves in, and the people they connected with. There was always a sense of lack here, a sense of low self-worth or low self-esteem that they've always been dealing with. And they based a lot of their self-worth and their self-perception, so their self-image, their confidence level, based upon how they were in a relationship, how their partner treated them, how good of a partner they could be, how worthy they felt by being, again, this provider, protector energy, which is a very natural state for them to be in. So the fact that they can't be in a relationship now because they feel too damaged, because they're too, scarred or traumatized by a past love, even that kind of plays into this idea of low self-worth and unworthiness that they have regarding you and your connection. But as they, again, are processing and reflecting and releasing all of these painful memories that they've had, these painful times that they've experienced and lived through in the past, they're reliving them, but they're working through those feelings and emotions, and they're seeing things in a different light, and they're having a perception shift or perception change, and they're starting to process now the healing through those new lenses, through that new set of eyes, that very much is opening up to clarity and awareness about those people and those situations. So I would say overall, your person is processing a lot of karma regarding worthiness and self-esteem and love energy overall. So let's take a look, pile 2, at what could be shifting for your person in regards to their karmic energy. We want to know what's going to be happening with them in the short-term future here. What's going to be shifting for them? We have the 9 of Wands. That's the 4 of Cups, 2 of Wands, and Justice, Page of Swords, 2 of Cups, the Hermit, and the 4 of Swords. So again, I think much the same energy that you've been experiencing with this person, pile 2. A lot of patience needed with them. They're still needing to take time to heal. A lot of rebalancing going on. Again, with this Justice energy, with this 4 of Swords, there's a lot that they need to process through. A lot of truth that I'm hearing still needs to be uncovered and revealed. And it's going to be a long process before they fully come into, again, realization, release, and recovery regarding all of those new insights that are presenting for them. And at the same time, I do still think that they want to be connected to you, but they're going to be rejecting outright, I'm going to be honest, an actual relationship. This is not something that they're ready for presently. They're continuing to be a bit reserved, emotionally distant. And again, there's just patience needed here. They do deeply want to resolve their issues and make a decision to move forward. Again, we have this Hermit energy here, the number 9, which is the power of solitude, introspection, self-reflection, inner work, and inner healing. And it's clarifying this 2 of Wands energy, which is, her viewing a lightened sky, another bright, beautiful sky. Again, as we had a similar image with this 2 of Pentacles. Again, bright sky one day, dark night on the other. So I think this person is trying to bring themselves out of this darker energy of depression or anxiety and into this lighter, brighter energy that they sometimes can find themselves in. And which, if they could gain the stability and alignment to stay in that energy, they would very much be returning to a better form of self. They used to be in a lot more of an optimistic, loving energy is what I'm hearing. We have the intangible, indeterminate, formless, and unknowable, card 0. So again, there's not going to be much forward momentum here for you, pile 2, or with this person, I should say. Fantasy, imagination, conception, and daydreams. This person is going to be very much, again, still just working through a lot of things. Daydreaming or fantasy, I also, again, get this idea of that life review, reflecting back on previous memories. From the Moonology manifestation deck, what do we have? Last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less and feel more. Yeah, this person is going to, be possibly going off grid for some of you, taking that time for self. This is Pisces energy. Piscean energy is very deep, very watery, but also very secretive. It's similar to Scorpio in the sense that not all is always revealed. It's very much an independent. All water signs are truly. They're all very self-focused, needing that time and space away. And then full moon in Virgo, take inspired action. This is wonderful. It's coming up over that energy of attend to the details. So that other Virgo energy, again, of nervousness, of anxiety. Let's see, what is this inspired action? First quarter moon in Leo, be humble. This again is about resolving confidence. That's always what that card strikes me as, is coming into a more aligned state of self, feeling more secure and worthy. Just addressing, a lot of painful things that they've encountered in the past with regard to love and relationships. We have wisdom. Again, they know how they need to heal. They know what they need to do with this hermit energy. They just need to continue on that journey and truly be committed to it, which I do think they are. Pile 2. And tsunami. This also came out for pile 1. So the energy of, again, a lot of emotion. We had that King of Cups and that King of Pentacles. This person feels a lot, and they really do want to have that happy ending. They want to have this relationship with you. They want to be connected. They're feeling such good, positive, flowing energy with you. But again, it's almost like I feel like as much as this water is very, much turning up and presenting for them as this beautiful wave of emotion, this wave of depth coming over them. They're not comfortable there. This is could be a very scary image for a lot of people. The idea of a tsunami is also very destructive, right? So as much as water energy, which is about emotion and emotional depths, and love could be a great thing for them, it just feels very, very, very scary at this time. They need that water to be calm and still, pile 2. So let's go ahead and pull some final guidance for you, pile 2, to see what you need to do to best support this person, this connection, and just to move through these energies as easily as possible for yourself. We have full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius, practice gratitude. And 2 more for you. Last quarter moon in Capricorn, leave the past behind and be proud of yourself. Last quarter moon in Taurus. So a similar mirrored energy here about self-worth. It's important for you to be proud of yourself, and you're being drawn here and guided to really align with self independently. Regardless of this person and what's going on in this connection, you need to develop and foster that sense of self-love and that self-worthiness, that confidence level, and not to take any of this introspection, this need for withdrawal, this hermiting energy that this person inhibits or exhibits, I should say, personally, because it's not. It's related to their own personal healing journey. It has nothing to do with you. Leave the past behind is about allowing, again, grace for this person. If you truly have a very deep connection to them, you have to understand as well and be empathic to the idea that they need a lot of time and space right now for healing. So if there's been any sort of upsets in the past, be sure not to bring those up and ruminate or again, this idea of rehashing, because this person overthinks enough. They have enough nervousness and anxiety. They kind of, don't want to be on trial, if you will, with that justice energy coming out. They very much just want to go with the flow as much as they can. And it's important to leave, any past upsets, grievances, or, just stagnant energy that's not serving the connection in the past where it belongs. Breathe through the tension. Again, this is about having patience, having grace, having understanding for this person. There is going to be tough moments with this energy. This is a very damaged person. This is somebody who's working through a lot of things. And again, they're not ready to be in that love-based energy with you of a full-blown 2 of Cups connection. They're needing more time and space to heal and to process through a lot of their past love experiences before they can begin a new and start a new chapter with you. In the meantime, I do think they're going to show up as best as they can. Practice gratitude for me is about staying in appreciation mode, which is about receiving as well. To be in appreciation is about manifestation. To get more if you want, you have to focus on the good, abundant things that you're already experiencing or having in your existence. And so appreciate all of the good times, appreciate the good qualities in this person. See it for what it is. And you'll get more of that in the future eventually. You know, again, they're going to take inspired action when they feel ready and confident, and you can definitely help them. That's a separate individual inner job. And at the same time, by you doing your own work and heeding this guidance, you can help support them and yourself as well for a really balanced, aligned connection in the future. So pile 2, I so hope that you've enjoyed this reading and that it was of help to you. If you have enjoyed it and it's resonated, I would love for you to decide to engage with the channel, like, share, subscribe, of course, and click that notification bell. If you do not actually click to be notified, you may not receive updates when I post. Right now I'm posting several times a week, and I enjoy connecting with you all, so I'd love to see you again in a future reading. Until next time, pile 2, I hope you take great care. Bye-bye. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the caramel crystal. That's what I refer to it as. It's absolutely stunning, but as of yet unnamed. I'm not incredibly sure what that is. So if you happen to know, please let me know. I purchase crystals based on how they look, and sometimes the names come later. And this beautiful Lucine Tarot Midnight Edition. A gorgeous independently created deck by, I believe, Lisa Santine. I own both versions and recommend each of them highly. So, pile 3. Today we're going to be taking a look at your person's karmic energy. Now, this is a very triggering reading. This could involve a third-party person. But karma, or contrast as I refer to it as, because I do not consider karma to be about punishment. It's about balance, and it's about, honestly, law of attraction. You know, getting back whatever you're putting out vibrationally into the universe. So it can be other things. It can be situational and circumstantial. This can involve a job. It could be self-worth related, your person's own inner struggles on their spiritual journey. We're all on our own paths. It could be family matters or a religious barrier. Whatever the case may be, we're going to take a look at what that is for your person today, what they're struggling with their current karmic energy, and how that is you know, currently presenting for them in their experience. We want to know because it's affecting your connection. This person's karma is obviously preventing full union, a healthy, aligned connection with you and your person. So we want to take a look and just be a little nosy and see what's going on for them. We're also going to take a look at what is possibly shifting with that karma to see if you can expect any changes in the near future. So before we begin, again, this reading can be very triggering. I'd like you to just set your intention with source that you are open to receiving whatever messages come through today from Spirit regarding your person. Set your intention that you are open. Take a deep breath in and out, and ready yourself for the reading. Also, once you've done that, if you feel called to, select a sign, which can be absolutely anything at all, a name, a number, a tarot card, a place, a person, you know, whatever calls to you. And this is going to help affirm the messages for you, that you can take them in as true when they present for you in the reading. And you'll notice also, because whenever we ask, it is always given. So whenever you ask for a sign, you not only will see it usually in the reading, but then it'll show up in other areas of your life as well. It's just an easy way for Spirit to communicate. So I highly encourage you to select a sign. It just helps, again, to anchor those messages for you wherever you receive them. So pile 3, we're going to start with the Lucine Tarot once again, Midnight Edition. We'll pull some oracle cards. We'll get some guidance for you at the very end as well. And we'll just see what's going on with your person and their current karmic energy. So for pile 3's person, what is going on in the karmic energy for pile 3, please? And we have the 10 of Pentacles coming out first. There we are. This is the 4 of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. And the 8 of Cups. Clarifying this energy. We have the 10 of Swords. Interesting. We have the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Lovers. Okay. Underlying energy here. Page of Cups also came out for that. Underlying energy for the reading is the Tower. Quite interesting energy for you, pile 3, similar to pile 1. I do believe this is a third party situation, so if there is no third party, and you'd be aware of that if there was. If Awaken also on the bottom of the deck. If there is no third party that you're aware of or that's not relevant to your situation, I do suggest picking a different pile. This may not resonate the best or be your message today. So, from the the Healers of the Earth Oracle first. Healers of the Earth Oracle deck. The High Road. This is doing the right thing, loyalty and ethics. This is definitely, yes, a third party. We have the Ocean of Life. Deep love, caring, and emotional support. Could be dealing with a water sign here. From the Moonology Manifestation deck, we have First Quarter Moon in Capricorn, Unleash Your Kindest Self. And focus on the positive, New Moon in Sagittarius. I do definitely think this person is in a good energy where they are waking up to a lot of things, pile 3. They're seeing where changes need to be made. They're feeling very empowered to make them. But they want to do them in a nice way. That's what I am getting. Now we're taking the Queen of the 5 Elements Oracle. And this deck I just recently did a full deck review for as well. It's a beautiful deck, as you can see here. It's a minimalist deck, very modern, just gorgeous, and independently created. And it deserves a lot of love. I haven't seen it much, if at all, in other readings on YouTube by other YouTubers, so or creators, and it deserves to be. Coldness. Oh, 2 more for you. Flowing. And breath. So perfect. Again, a lot of shifting and changing for your person. A lot going on that I don't know if you're aware of, but let's go ahead and take a look and dive in. So a situation is coming to an end, a very long-standing, very stable, secure situation for your person. This could be moving away from family. Now this could be an actual family that they have created and put together, a wife or a spouse, children, or it could be their family, their generational and genealogical lineage and ancestry. Either way, with the 10 of Pentacles presenting with the 10 of Swords, that is coming to an end. There's a major cycle of karma that is ending regarding the family unit. So whether this person feels a very deep attachment to a particular situation, person, or the family, it does feel very obligatory in energy to me, that it's somebody who is very responsible and very much likes to be highly regarded. They care very much how other people view them and see them. They like to be in this energy of groundedness and stability and practicality and abundance. You know, they like to feel secure. We have the 4 of Pentacles clarifying the Empress. So they very much desire to be well regarded and to always make smart decisions. It's taken them a long time to even come to the point of understanding that they needed to sort of cut things off with this family situation, that they need to move forward. But they want to do so taking the high road. Again, doing the right thing, loyalty and ethics. I do think this person struggled very much to bring to a close, again, something very long-standing, something that's very grounded and solid and secure, and that's brought them a lot of abundance traditionally. It does feel like it's something very deeply rooted that they're having a little bit of difficulty moving away from. And yet there is this divine shift occurring with this Wheel of Fortune energy coming out. The wheel is turning. Again, Spirit is propelling them forward and pushing them honestly to walk away, to pursue their own journey, their own path with this 8 of Cups. This could be an inward journey. This could be literally traveling, moving away. If there's any type of like cultural sort of implications for you and your connection, perhaps there's disapproval by family because you are of different cultures or different religious backgrounds, or there's just some type of discrepancy or disparity between you in that regard. What I'm getting is that this person is going to finally decide to sort of step away from that arena or that that realm, that environment of energy that's keeping them feeling restricted from you and from this connection. But we have here the Queen of Pentacles shifting that wheel energy. You know, that's what's being shifted is this Queen of Pentacles energy. This is stepping into power. What I'm feeling is this is someone who's grounding themselves and who's feeling secure to come forward and to really take charge of their life. Let's get a further clarifier. That could reference also, again, tying back to this family situation, an actual spouse that they could be moving on from. Let's see what this has to do with. We have the Three of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. So again, this is an area of disempowerment that they've traditionally had, that they're stepping out of now and stepping away from. Again, you know, they previously felt very restricted with this Eight of Swords. They felt very stuck, very constricted, unable to take action and to move forward. And now they're fired up. They're ready. They see happiness. They see potential. They feel more, again, engaged and ready for action. And they're going to take it. They're going to step into that power. That's what this shift is all about for your person, pile 3. They're definitely ready to move forward. And we have this beautiful Lover's energy. Again, they're making a choice, you know, so again, they could be stepping away from another energy of another person. Again, the Three of Cups coming out could also reference a third party, but more so it also just feels like stepping away and stepping into power and making this choice, making the decision to choose self even. The underlying energy, which is very interesting, supporting this whole reading, is the Tower. And it's coming in with this card, Awaken, which is a unique card to this deck that was created. And, you know, we have the Tower, which is about foundations coming down. Again, a firm foundation with that Four of Pentacles. So it could be about, again, a sort of an established relationship or established family situation, or just a way of being, a way of life that's coming down, it's crashing down. They're waking up, they're awakening to spirit and to seeing that there's a new way forward. There's a new path they can take, and they're ready to take it, pile 3. With this Eight of Cups card, you know, I think that they're pretty much ready almost to be on the move. We also have here the Ocean of Love card, and this says deep love, caring, and emotional support. Again, I think it's a deep love not only for you, but for this family unit, for this, you know, there's still love here. There's still a desire to be a good person and to be kind and considerate and loving and caring in how they choose to make this decision. I don't think this is someone who wants to, you know, essentially step away and never speak to these people again or never be involved. They just want to have some distinction. They want to pursue their own happiness. So that could be for some of them leaving a relationship. But again, if there's children involved or families, they may still choose to be connected with the family. Obviously, they would be there for their children. Or if it is their own family, this could be somebody also who just needs to break away and have their own independence, their own sense of peace, their own life to live, but they still obviously love and care for their family and want to stay in touch and connected to them, but with proper boundaries in place. When we have the first coordinate moon in Capricorn, which is unleash your kindest self, again, this is relating back to the idea that they want to pursue this and do things the right way, do the right thing, loyalty and ethics. So they want to still be a good person. They want to be viewed for the good person that they are as well. It's really important for them. And the new moon in Sagittarius, they want to focus on the positive. That's what they're deciding to do now. They're not heeding into this fear or this very restrictive energy that this situation kept them stuck in for so long. You know, they're focusing on the positive and they're focusing on action and they're ready to move forward, but they want to do that in the best way possible. Again, with unleash your kindest self. They actually don't want to be cold to anybody. So to see this coldness card come out is very interesting to me. I think it's how they view that they're being currently, or how they would be if they were to step away. But again, they're starting to flow with the divine plan more. Again, that wheel is shifting with that Wheel of Fortune energy. The divine plan is fully underway, and they're just trying to breathe and center and flow through it, because they're being called in a very big way to step forward and to take this. They're feeling guided and inspired to step forward into this newfound energy, this new lease on life. But that's scary, you know, leaving an old life behind, or leaving some aspect of life behind, and you know, heading out into the unknown, the Eight of Cups energy. You don't know what's ahead for you, but you just know you need to take that path and pursue it. That's kind of where your person is at. So this can go one of two ways, but either way, it definitely involves some type of a stable situation that they're moving away from. Could be an individual relationship or connection, or it could be family, but either way, this person's gaining strength and momentum to step away and to pursue a different path that leads to self, that is just honoring and putting themselves first finally. What else does pile 3 need to know about their person and their karmic energy? So we have the Four of Swords. So they're just taking a break before the storm, as it were, right now. We have the Three of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the King of Cups. So yeah, for a lot of you, there's children involved, and that's a huge contention. That's a huge consideration here. They know that their actions either way, regardless, are going to cause a lot of pain, and that's why they hesitate to take action and to take the steps. Again, they're still on the track and on path to do so, but it's why they hesitate and why they're just sort of readying themselves and taking a rest before this huge upheaval that occurs. Again, the underlying energy also supporting the reading was the Tower, and the Tower can be very upsetting for some, very painful, very shocking, certainly, and unsettling. And the Three of Wands coming up over that Four of Swords. So a lot of preparation and planning, you know, Justice, again, very similar energy to pile one. So this person is definitely, you know, leaving some sort of established structure behind. And again, they know that it's going to be painful, or it's going to be not well received by others, but they just, you know, they have so much passion, so much drive. They want to pursue happiness, is what I'm getting. And as much as they want to be happy, they do have other considerations and other things to be concerned about. And they want to be able to have a greater sense of balance so that they can devote the necessary energy to all aspects of their life. But they do want to extract themselves, is what I'm hearing, from the certain areas that are no longer satisfying or happy and joyous for them. So for some, that could be a marriage, or again, that could be very tightly and closely linked to a family situation, and they want to just step away and have, again, those appropriate boundaries and balance so that they can be connected to family but have their own life as well. So pile three, let's go ahead and see what's shifting for your person. We know what's going on with them, but what is shifting for pile three's person in their karmic situation? What is shifting for pile three? We have the Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. Oh, strength. This is so lovely. And the Knight of Cups. So this person is gaining strength and momentum. They're building themselves up to be able to come forward and choose themselves. Again, they're building up that confidence, that strength, where they can feel secure enough to come forward, that they can actually have success. What else? The Nine of Cups. Yeah, this person's self-focused now. They really are, as much as they're considering others. And again, you know, wanting to do things in a nice way. They're really focused on self and on what they need to do to achieve their dreams. We have all the nines coming out. They definitely, you know, are unsure about moving forward. Again, there's a scary element, a bit of fear associated with stepping out and pursuing a new path, because you don't truly have any assurance of what's going to happen. So they're trying to, you know, build up their resolve, and they're shifting into an energy, though, of empowerment regarding feeling secure and confident enough to take it on. The Queen of Swords, again, they just want to ensure that they're, you know, ready for the upheaval that's going to occur, and that they're also, you know, they're going to be met with some element of opposition, or they feel that they will, either from others or from you. If they've stepped away from you, they do feel like there could be a little bit of resistance on your end to connect. What sort of hostilities they may be encountering. This person's very, as much as, you know, we have the Lion presenting for the Strength card, this person's very shy, very reserved, very much not wanting to rock the boat, as it were. And so it's difficult for them to take action and do something that is going to actually be the catalyst to the result of all of that. So this Queen of Swords energy coming out for strength, this is really important for the shifting of this connection, because it's also showing them stepping into power to be able to face those challenges and take those challenges head on, whether it's with family and their personal situation and circumstances, and with you. So that's wonderful. What else is shifting for pile three's person? We have divine feminine, yin, receptivity, and lunar qualities. This is heating intuition, pile three. This person is stepping into spiritual and emotional power. Quarantine, retreat, seclusion, and inward journey. So again, what's shifting is they're going to be pursuing, with that Eight of Cups that came out earlier, this independent energy of self-fulfillment. You know, first and foremost, they're going to need that time and space to, you know, to pursue that and to have those experiences, but it's all going to lead things back towards you two being together in the future. Full moon in Cancer, you could be dealing with the water sign. Let your fears dissolve. So again, a lot of fear here that they are in the process of releasing and letting go. What's shifting is letting those fears dissolve and fall away and releasing any resistance or any hesitation because of the reception or response they may get. And we have new moon in Taurus, know your worth. This is important also because this person is a people pleaser and they base a lot of their confidence level on how others treat them and the interactions that they have. And as we saw earlier, how they're viewed by society, how others perceive them to be a grounded, stable, you know, practical provider, very abundant. And there's the apprehension about how others are going to see them or what their life is going to look like when they make all of these shifts and changes. Support. They're supported by source. You know, they want to move this forward. Riverbanks, they're flowing with the divine plan and they're growing. They're breathing through it and they're growing and they're expanding and they're ready to take action. Pile 3. So let's get some final guidance for you on how you can best support this person, support the energy of this connection and yourself as you move through these shifts or encounter your person going through this period of time with their karmic energy. What guidance do we have for pile 3? New moon in Aquarius, open up to change. That was the guidance also for pile 1. These two piles are definitely connected, piles 1 and 3. New moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. I think that was even another guidance card for that. And new moon in Virgo, trust all will be well. So pile 3, first and foremost, open yourself up to change. New moon in Aquarius. You need to be open. This is a mirrored energy of being strong and resilient in your faith that all is well. Trust all will be well. The universe always has your back. And as long as you tune into the divine, you stay on track with spirit, you lean into those intuitive energies, the same will be true for your person. And you both will be ready and open to the changes that need to present to bring you two back together. It does feel like there's changes that need to occur on your side as well. And again, you know, as I explained in pile 1, the yin energy, the receptive feminine energy is actually spiritually the leader or the catalyzing energy that moves things along in the spiritual 5D realm of a connection. So if you have a soul-based connection, taking this action for yourself, opening yourself up to change, also being strong and resilient in your faith, knowing all things will work out, being ready in receiving mode, dropping that fear, letting those fears dissolve, knowing you're worthy of happiness, putting yourself first, finally distancing from a situation that no longer serves you and being opened up to that change that's going to present as a result of that. You know, the same will be true for your person and you guys will make your way back to each other. So pile 3, I so hope you've enjoyed that reading and that it has resonated for you. And if it has, I would love for you to stick around and see me again, connect for a future reading. I do post these videos as frequently as possible, right now several times a week. It is important that you subscribe and click the notification bell. By doing so, you will be notified and updated every time I post. You don't want to miss any of this great content. So by doing so, not only does that help my channel to become more popular by subscribing and engaging, it allows others to see the content, but it allows you to be aware when I'm posting as well. And I would so love to have you back for another day. It's always a great honor to connect and share space. So until next time, pile 3, I hope you take great care. Bye-bye.